Hello everybody again and welcome to another episode of Stock Talk. I am your host Mike and with me I have Hog and Kage.
How's it going?
What up?
We got a decent show planned for you today and we're not going to go off of the highlights and the blooper reels of the prayer breakfast from the O'Biden prayer breakfast today where he said some pretty questionable stuff. I think you guys should tune in and check that out there. It's pretty non-funny. Going into the stocks, guys, do you have anything to add to my comments or no?
I think the man in charge doesn't have a grasp on stocks or money, at least.
I think he doesn't have a grasp on anything, really, except for when he's going to bed. So, God help us anyway. Going to the first stock we're going to talk about, it's a pretty interesting one. It's a little bit of... everybody's getting their butts kicked in here or there as far as some of the stocks, but two of these that popped off on the radar we're going to talk to closing the end of the week here is KAVL. KAVL Brands Innovations Group. Last tick was $1.04. After hours, we're looking at -17. Okay, going to the chart, you can see enter Q card for the year, and then we're off into the dumps. So this one, at one point, into April 2021, it was almost to $40 there, guys. Is that crazy where we're at from now until then? Going into what would you say they do here? They operate as a developmental stage in its business plan to serve as a vehicle to investigate. In such investigation warrants acquire a target company or seeking perceived advantages of being publicly held corporation. The company's history roots back to 1988 when founder Paul Moody and KAVL Brands Innovation Group is headquartered in Grant, Florida. And that is courtesy of MarketWatch. Kage, what do you got from StockTwits? Because that's where the real traders are at. What do you got on your end so far?
I'm seeing a couple of bulls here and there, but also some bears too. Which one do you want me to cover first?
Whatever your heart desires.
I think I'll take on Vertical's comment. He always brings his receipts, and he's got a bullish for this stock. He says, KAVL bullish. Ran pre-market and downtrended for a while afterwards. It recovered VWAP midday and ran into the close. Main watch for tomorrow ran plus 57.1% since first alert. And he's got the chart set up in the comments. Okay.
What do you have, Hog, on some of your deals you've been following on this? Okay, so it looks like that on the 31st of January, NASDAQ notified BD Vapor that they're not in compliance and in requirement to maintain the closing bid price of $1 a share. Ooh, that's not good there. As set forth in the NASDAQ listing rule 550A, because the closing bid price of the company's common stock was below $1 for 30 consecutive trading days, the notification does not impact the listing of the company's common stock price, but the capital market at this time. So what this did, guys, is this set in a little panic and a little frustration. But in a second here, we're going to have Hog has a take because he has something of why we saw a little uptick. Kage, what do you got from StockTwits? Because that's where the real traders are at. What do you got on your end for another take?
I think for the most part they're seeing the uptick and everything, but some people on this stock say it's bearish.
Okay. Yeah, and it doesn't have to be receipts. It doesn't have to be receipts either for the bears. You can have funny stuff too if you find anything where someone's trolling and all.
This one's interesting. KAVL only exists to be a cash cow for the CEO's privately held biddy stick company. KAVL pays all the biddy bills while the CEO and his crew wipe their A's with the massive stacks of cash they make.
That would be ass. You could say ass. You just can't say Do you know mother of all pearls?
I know that. I know that. Yes.
Are you worried your mom's watching or what?
Well, I think we need to be monetized and everything. So
you could say ass on the show. It's okay. You just can't say the other one.
Oh, okay.
Who do you got over there, Hog? You fighting somebody, dude? What's that guy's name over there?
I don't know. Is it Johnny or that's my boy? What?
Okay, so you also have Can't Name That Tune. He puts on here. You might want to have a pause to what you're chasing here. They said they have 60 million in sales and they're losing 7 million. That says the current business is flawed and not working. You now have a market cap for FGI. FGI is posting record sales about $1 a share. He says they have 700 products with stellar sales channel base at Lowe's, Home Depot, Walmart, Amazon, Wayfair, Overstock, Costco, Ferguson, and Maynard. My points are, if you're running up KAVL on the court decision that hasn't resulted in a single dollar of revenue and the same market cap as FGI, you might as well look at FGI. So that's what he's saying there. That's a good valid point, wouldn't you say there, guys?
Yeah, there's other products that.
Here's my question.
Vaping
Kage, where were you at on that take? Okay, Hog, what do you have on your end from what you were reading? You had an interesting point that you brought up on the Alphabet News.
Yeah, so one thing that's major, very significant, is apparently the FDA they've been really fighting with bidding on their vapes, and it looks like they prevented them from being able to market the product. And it looks like on the February 3rd, so just the other day, Biddy won a stay on that court decision, and so now they're again legally allowed to continue marketing their products and moving forward. So I think that I know that's why we've seen a recent major uptick in interest in the product, because that means that's everything. You know? If they got shot down and they lose this court battle, then that's it.
Yeah.
It's the end of the show. But this is a really good outlook. They got to stay. There's a pretty good chance that they're going to win the case. So.
Well, we'll see where that takes us, and where that if they get a win in that case, then obviously they're going to go north, and then who knows? Maybe we'll see where that goes.
And the premise is that it's a non-combustible nicotine alternative. So it's basically a cigarette alternative. That's kind of what they're pitching it as. So.
Okay. You got another positive take on this one there, Hunkage, from another trader?
This is from the SwingThinKing. He says bullish for KAVL. Red day today caused the NASDAQ's biggest percentage drop since September 8th, 2020.
That's not going to be the first one you're going to see. You're going to see more to come there, bud.
Oh, of course.
There, Hog?
Continuing, he says, in a rising rate environment, as the year progresses, we expect to see a growing gap between higher quality companies, such as those with the largest capitalization, and lower quality companies that are not reporting silver.
Mm-hmm. I've got Oh, go ahead.
With a big win on KAVL, where I took a position this morning. I wish you a beautiful evening, and we meet tomorrow morning for the last of the week. And he made coin and swung this one.
Huh,
so good.
That's good. He's sharing that he got some made some profits there. I've got a take that some people might not agree with. It's Crappy Daddy put it down here. He says this only exists to be a cash cow for the CEO's privately held BD stick company. KAVL plays all of their BD bills while the CEO and his crew wipe their asses with massive stacks of cash. They make off with BD. Shareholders are the pay pigs. And here are the new blanks. I'm not going to say it because it's just not appropriate. from today and did his second homework. They did see from the history that KAVL was never once given a shit about investors other than their buddies who dumped on everyone today. DYOR and show where they ever did anything to inform shareholders or anything other required filings since the government got this into the ground. So he got this RS into the ground, sorry. So there you have it on that. And then there's a lot of people that are following up behind him. And he's getting trolled, dude. They call him a bag holder, dude.
Yep. That's what some bears are.
Yep.
In this market are bag holders.
Everybody got it. Everybody got him. Everybody got him with bitty bitty bag holder. And you got, remember, there's the freaking emoji there with the spitting out of the drink, man. So it is what it is, dude. I mean, but they were both interesting takes. But it's good to see that the twits were. If you put something down and you're trying to get hot, dude, they're gonna freaking nail you back there, huh, Hog? For sure. So what do you guys got on this one? I got this as a watch for me. Just watch.
Okay.
Same. What about you there? What about you?
I would say there's not a lot of activity going up for it, but it's definitely a watch, seeing that it's on an uptick right now.
Mm-hmm.
I would have to say this is a pretty stable stock if you want to just play it safe.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's a definite watch, and just know where to set your limits, I guess.
Yeah, and anybody have any other information, put it in the comment section we didn't cover. But we're moving on because the Google machine ran out of information, so we're going on to the next. Peace. Okay, guys, the next stock we have is SENS. SENS. Last tick was $3.12. Going to the chart. This chart is freaking healthy, guys. Going into what would you say they do here if you haven't been with the show in a while. They engage in the design, development, and commercialization of implantable continuous glucose monitoring systems. With people with diabetes, its primary product brand is SENS, a glucose monitoring device that includes sensor, smart transmitters, and mobile applications. The company was founded in June 26, 2014 and headquartered in the People's Republic of Germantown, Maryland. Going into stock twits, because that's where the real traders are at, Kage. What do you got on your end with the twits?
I'm saying bulls for this one. This is a comment from James12 Box. He says, SENS. This movement upwards, can it be shorts covering? Anyone have the Vortex data? Please post it.
So with Senseonics, they're on the verge of this FDA approval, but they say the FDA is backlogged there. Some of that could be because they're busy chasing after Dr. McCullough and Dr. Malone, and they just got to get their shit together, and they're behind. But don't worry, they're working on it. They're just trying to take care of some other sensors there. Okay, so most of the news is waiting for everything to get in order there. So that's basically what parroting, but we're waiting for the backlog and delay just because of things are delayed with what's going on. But maybe people get their act in gear and maybe they can stop with the politics there and try to keep things going there. What do you got on your end there for comments? And I'll go through some of these comments because most of the information we're going to get is basically from the twits because the twits is where it's at. What do you got?
Yeah. How about this comment from JJ Daggy? He says, bullish. SENS. My first share was purchased in 2019 for 98 cents, and I've
Lucky
been
guy.
in and out many times over the past 3 years. The whole time they said it's a 5-year hold or so. We are now 3 years in and about to see our first real breakout, up $6 by June. Could be much sooner. $10 to $12 by 2023. We could see a squeeze and hit these targets in a few days, but I'm being conservative.
Yeah, and we've talked about this during the summer. This is a decent play. And when that news breaks for when that hit, this is one of the safer plays as far as going forward for because you're getting a lot of people that the real traders are now in as far as that some of the other people that were frustrated, they got out. Maybe hopefully they'll come back. But you know, with this being where it's at, and we've talked about it several times, it's one of the real plays that's out there, though. So that's something to look forward to with what's happening there. We have from Master is good. Mabs are good. He has a good trade, jump up to 10 after FDA approval. Options are not indicating much movement. So he's kind of skeptical as far as where if they could get up to there. No Little says at $5 there will be in the coming weeks. The institution will jump on board and the holders will shareholders will increase current position at speed. This will bury the shorts. It's anyone's guess how the short squeeze will take us. Gamma squeeze is also distinct fuel for the fire possibility. What do you have there from? Do you have any bulls on your end or no?
Some bulls. How about this one from Stock Money? He says SENS. Some good action here lately. My leaps are actually green. I hope this hits huge for everybody. NGL. I regret selling out, but I watched my portfolio bleed 30% in the last few months, and SENS played a big part. Played a big part that FDA tomorrow. Love.
Yeah. Yeah, and then you also have AB Falcon writes after hours here during filming after hours that the 90-day approval was in the afternoon during the trading hours. It was halted, then ripped the high fives from the threes, and then before all eyes were on it, it was only 90 days. This was one of the bigger ones, but what do I know? That's what he says there. So you had that there. What else do you have?
How about this one from Pineapple Stocks? He says he's a lifetime member on StockTwits. He says SENS bullish. Great bullish setup. Looking at the daily chart, the stock is continuously in an uptrend and crossed 20D and 50D SMA levels today with a huge volume. RSI is towards to uptrend. It might be bounced from this spot. Make sure you're using an unusual scanner platform such as Sweetcast.
Did you see what Kuda put?
Kuda?
Yeah, Kuda put, it's funny how people get sensitive over lighthearted comments here from other posters like FDA approval, 11 a.m. tomorrow. All those go ape shit over a proof article, and that's how. Come on, guys. If legit news came out, the charts would know before the media outlets would. Relax and done. I
did see that comment, and I was thinking about doing that too. Thank you for beating me to the punch.
Oh, no problem. LD Runner also had, there's Fake Bulls and Total Friendly, what's going on to sell the shares, and that's money. Wow, fun to watch. And he's got popcorn there with the cartoon. Isn't that the truth, though, you know? There are some fakes out there. So,
yeah.
I'm bullish on this one as far as that. I think it's a decent play. I've been bullish on it from the beginning. I haven't said anything negative about this since I covered it before, and before that, I believe. I think I covered this is the third time covering this. So, just covering it because it was trending. There's nothing really fresh on the news or anything. This is just one of the better plays, and it was good, feel good to talk about it just because there's a lot of disappointing ones out there because of what's going on with the current state of affairs of what's happening. But I'm out. What about you?
I'm out too. I think this is a decent watch, and I think this is one of the safer plays for people to get into this.
Okay. Don't make it a dog show.
Good night.
Good night now!